Hey guys, welcome to Sketchcast episode 3. I'm Cryptic Inc. and today we're going to talk about imagination. Last week I got the question from a lovely commenter asking, where do you get your imagination from? And I feel like it's a very common question. I see it a lot in comments on other people's artwork as well as my own, asking where is this mystical place that imagination come from? So what inspires you? How do you draw these completely random and crazy things, and where did you get it? I feel like I touched on imagination in my last video, and this time I just want to elaborate. So where does imagination come from? I feel like it comes from experiencing the world around you and being present in the world around you. It's about seeing the things around you and thinking about how it could be different. Seeing images and placing different parts in different places and moving them around, maybe based on a specific reason or function. Imagination isn't just about how something looks, but I feel like it's also about how something functions and why it functions. And a lot of coming up with something is about asking questions and associating things with experiences that you've had in the past, or things that you've read about, or themes that you've experienced. Imagination is a meld of what your brain has consumed, and to better expand things that you can come up with on your own without being too repetitive, I feel like you have to expand your knowledge and to gather reference for when you can't instantly pull out anatomically correct animals or new creatures. Because if you don't have the reference filed and saved into your head, then yes, it is hard to come up with creatures. But if you can find a reference of animal parts that are similar to what you're including on your beast, then it's a little easier, because then you begin to understand how the joints interact with each other and how things move and why, claws are a certain shape or teeth are a certain shape. Or sometimes it can just be wonky and have no real reason at all, but that's a lot of my creatures actually. I feel like I have to get better at creating creatures that look like they could actually work. I really want to get better at design, but that's a whole nother topic. Anyways, imagination. Some people ask, I don't have an imagination, so what do I do? And first of all, I would like to say that you should really stop saying that you don't have an imagination, or really stop saying that you can't do something, because you are going to be your first obstacle. You're going to be the first thing that you have to get over. Because once you say that you can't do something, you're more likely not to actually do it. You end up being your own reason that you aren't moving forward. And everyone has an imagination. Everyone has the ability to think of new things, or think of a way around things, or reason as to why things work and how they could work another way. How you approach creating a character might be different from the way I approach creating a character, but in the end, if you're coming up with something, you're using your imagination. Maybe if you're not happy with the design, maybe you should study design, because I feel like everyone is capable of imagination. It's just applying what you imagine to how it actually functions. And I've never taken a class in design, so I feel like I can't really speak on that too much, unfortunately. Maybe in the future when I become a little more experienced I can, but there's resources. Or maybe the problem is that you don't quote unquote have an imagination. Maybe it's that you're not using your imagination actively. Some people need a project to give themselves a reason to come up with something completely new. Some people need, you know, a reason to create and use their imagination to solve problems or mold a circumstance or further a story. And if that's the case, you can always challenge yourself to a project. You can challenge yourself to illustrating a scene out of a book, or reinterpreting a play or a movie that you've seen, or drawing things from different angles, or illustrating a character from a random object or color scheme or theme. There's challenges out there, such as the Monster Girl challenge, with given themes that I feel like are there to test your ability to imagine new characters or environments. I feel like it's up to you to find those sources or to make them yourself. Give yourself a list of description words, or maybe just 3 words, to just come up with something based on a theme. If you don't feel like you're able to pull something out of thin air, you know, out of the blue. I feel like the topic of imagination was a good one for this video, because when I first started the sketch, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to create. When I started off the day, I was just totally thrown off. I woke up late. I felt like I wasn't on task, so I felt very discouraged starting off the sketch. And beyond that, I didn't know what the heck I was gonna do. I was looking up references of different bugs and animals, and as you can see at the beginning of the video, there's so many sketch lines because I was just so lost. I was just trying to pull anything I could from these lines, and when I finally just said, you know what, I gotta settle on something, I feel like I have to finish something today. You know, I am determined to finish something today, so I settled on a dragon. I know how to draw dragons. I like dragons. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna draw a dragon. And then I asked myself, what kind of dragon? And I was like, well, a water dragon's pretty cool. Noodle dragons are pretty easy. Today's kind of a tough day for me, so I'm gonna go with something a little easier. So I did a noodle dragon, and I added some extra swirlies for the noodle shape, and voila! I was like, okay, it's got fins, but you know what? A noodle water dragon's kind of, you know, the same as all the other noodle water dragons. And at first my sketch was looking kind of boring, so I thought I would mix the fishy aspects with some awesome praying mantis arms. And honestly, as a design, I don't feel like it's very strong. I'm not 100% happy with how this creature turned out compared to the other ones I've created in the past. I just feel like it was something that I had to draw through, and I'm just happy that I did, and it was a great learning experience for next time. I did manage to record it, so I figured I would upload it for my Saturday video, and I hope you guys still like it. Personally, I think it gets better when the coloring is towards the end. I wasn't very happy with the line work, but again, I'm still learning, still teaching myself. With the thing about brush pens is that you can really tell when the user is not confident, because the lines, I don't know, for me the lines go down so easy that when I'm nervous, you can see it in the lines. You can see how uncertain and shaky and just all over the place they are. So I definitely feel like I covered up my less than stellar line work with some coloring. Hopefully tomorrow's creature goes way better, but again, I am really glad that I finished something today and that I pushed through and and got something done. I've been reading a lot of articles on setting goals and, you know, making plans and time management, which I'm really appreciative of having found. Having a goal is pretty darn important. I don't know. That was random, but yeah. Lately, I've been thinking about offering challenges with prizes such as sketch cards or free doodles. Just like drawing challenges for my viewers. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea. Just something that I'd like to offer for all your support and to be inclusive. Before I wrap up this video, I would like to say that if you ever have something that you would like me to draw in one of my videos, I'll start making a list of the most interesting ones and including them in the videos for you guys. Yeah, if you'd like to see me draw anything, just let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them directly and through video. In next week's video, I'm going to show my workspace and how I go about drawing for the morning at 4:30 and my whole routine and how I set up and organize, and I think it'll be interesting. So yeah, that'll be my 4th video week in a row, which I'm gonna be very proud of. That'll be like a whole month for me, just doing videos and actually doing something that I said I would do, which I'm very proud of. I know it's not a lot of videos, but it was one of my personal goals, and I'm just really happy about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this Sketchcast episode 3. I'll see you guys next time. Happy drawing. Bye.